Good morning, it's Jana. We are going to do something a little different. I think I say that every week. Maybe I should just stop saying that. We're just going to do a thing today. Okay. For the last probably year, I have wanted and been looking at the Linestrider Tarot. And I have her Hedge Witch Botanical, and I never use it. I have one botanical, well, I guess I have two botanical decks that I use, one somewhat regularly and the other quite regularly. The Hedge Witch Botanical is not one of them. Okay, so wait, I have three. I have several, okay, and I don't use them very often other than two of them. There's one that I use specifically during the summer, and that's the Kathy Nichols one. I don't remember the name of it. The other one is the Botanicals deck, which that has nothing to do with this video. My point is that while I really love, and I want to say her name's pronounced Shiloh, but I could be way off on that. I love her artwork a lot. There's just something about it. I like looking at it. I like the feeling it gives me. So I've wanted this tarot for a long time. There's just been a couple cards that have kind of thrown me. And so in addition to the Hedge Witch, I also bought the Winter Seer's Oracle, which again, I don't use that often, but for whatever reason, I've put it in my purgatory drawer multiple times, and I can't bring myself to get rid of it, which to me means at some point, I'm going to want it. So I've just kind of set it aside. It's not in the purgatory anymore. And then I went ahead and bought the Otherkin Tarot, thinking that surely this would be the deck that I want. I don't know why I keep buying her decks, because I don't use them, but I love them. So for whatever reason, I'm drawn to them, and I'm just kind of allowing that to happen. So again, I never use this. I'm not sure that I've ever used it for a reading. So naturally, we're going to move into the Linestrider Tarot, bring it home as well. So I've watched multiple walkthroughs of this tarot, and kind of the same with her other decks, where I really, really like a lot of the cards, but some of them just kind of are a miss for me. So when I opened this, I started flipping through and realized that maybe I want to combine the Linestrider and the Otherkin, in that I want to choose a card from each deck, like choose one of the Fools from each deck, one of the Magicians from each deck, and so on. So I started doing that, and I already made it through the majors before I thought, you know what, this would be a fun video to do, because you don't see a lot about this deck anymore. It's been out for a while. So I'm going to set the majors aside, and let's go through the minors. You can sit here with me while we go through them, and then I will show you which of the majors I chose at the end. So let's get into it. In the interest of curiosity, Linestrider came out 2016. So what, 8 years? Which in the life of tarot is, a lifetime. So I'm going to pull out the majors. Like I said, I've already gone through those, but we will take a look at those at the end. Oops, I'm gonna make sure this cord is not above my candle. So we're a little shaky there. Sorry for that. Okay. And then the Otherkin, and again, I love these, the images, I love the artwork. And on the Otherkins, which has been out since, it's funny when you just want a single page and it's the one page that refuses to open. 2019. So this one's a little newer. Set those aside. So the Otherkins. I think I've mentioned before, I kind of struggle with animal decks. Not that I don't use them, but they're kind of, I don't know, they fit a certain vibe, and I don't generally reach for them unless it's for something specific, generally. Okay, so let me pull out the majors again here. And the Otherkin Tarot are the ones with the watercolor backgrounds here, just for reference. So we'll do Otherkins on the right. Otherkin, I keep saying kins with an S, but it's kin. And then the Linestrider does not have that watercolor on the cards, just so we can keep them straight. And if I have time, I will put a title above each of these just as we go. But that's probably not necessary for this. Okay, we're gonna zoom in. I always say I'm gonna zoom in, and then I feel like I don't zoom in enough. So we're gonna go right in there. Okay, so essentially, I'm just going to pick my favorites and set the others aside, and then we'll shuffle them and we'll draw some cards at the end, or reading, or whatever. We'll see. We'll see what the vibe is. Okay, so Otherkin, no. Linestrider, Otherkins, alphabetical, L and O. That's how my brain is going to work. So, okay, Ace of Wands. The artwork is just different enough. It's interesting on the Linestrider. There's a little less artwork, like there's a lot more open space within each of the images, which is interesting. I don't dislike, but I feel like this one has a little more, so for this particular card, I feel like this has a little more emotion. I don't love the blue. I don't know why. So I think I'm gonna go with Ace of Wands. But he's weird. What is he? Armadillo? I don't know if I'm going to dig into the guidebook for each of these. Generally, I'm just going to go off the cuff, what I'm feeling. But I am curious about what that animal is. Is that an armadillo? Or an anteater? What is that? Let's see. Wands. Let's see. Surely this, oh, pangolin, okay. An illustration, let's see. She used the pangolin as the illustration on this card to symbolize the caution we must take when starting new things. Be bold, but wear your armor. Okay, well, I guess on the cards that I'm not sure on, I actually think I might dig into the guidebook a little, because I think that will help me make a decision. And sorry, I'm going to be sniffly. I'm, again, kind of at the tail end of my cold. It's going on day like 11 now, which is annoying, but I can't complain because my only symptom was congestion, so, and a little bit of a cough. So we're sniffly today. Okay, Ace of Wands. Obviously it's a fox, but let's see. Beginnings, energy, enthusiasm, cleverness. Let's see why she chose. This is interesting. The Linestrider, she gives you the numbers, the corresponding numbers, and associated birthdays, and then associated plant. Coffee bean, yarrow, tapioca. Yes, tapioca plant. The tobacco plant. Okay, let's see. Illustrated this card with a fox because they're energetic and crafty, playful and enthusiastic. Just the kind of energy this card speaks to. Okay, no, I'm sticking with the pangolin here on this one. So we'll set that aside and we'll turn this one upside down. So I guess the ones I'm going to keep will do here and up face down are the ones I'm not. So okay, Two of Wands. I think I'm going to choose the frog on this one with the Otherkins, but I am going to set this up here because I like it, but I might want to dig into that a little bit. Okay, Three of Wands. I just don't like this guy. He's weird. I'm going to choose this one. right off the cuff, I like that one best. So 3 of Wands, we're gonna put over there. Okay, 4 of Wands. I definitely prefer this one. It's, I like the aesthetic of this. I like how clean it is. This one feels, this one feels more of that reaching a goal than this does to me. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I keep bumping this. I have my candle lit. I really want to have it lit, but my phone is plugged in and I don't want the cord over the flame. So, okay, so we're taking this one. 5 of Wands. I love that there's a bird in this one just because birds, right? Like, but I think this one encompasses the Wands more for me. That competition, the competitive, where this one feels more violent, I guess, for lack of a better word. 6 of Wands, definitely not going with this one. I don't like it. It's very static. It's very man-shaped. I'm just not in the mood for that. So, what is this? I know the name of him. Let's look, because it's gonna bother me. Chameleon? Is that what it is? 6 of Wands? Let's see. Yes, a chameleon. Okay. I'm going to get a bookmark, because at least that way, I know that'll be somewhat in order. Okay, so we're taking the 6 here. 7 of Wands. I don't care for his face, but I'm trying to see which of these elicits more of that 7 of Wands feeling. I think I like this one. Like, I like the look on his face. He seems a little more secure in his position here versus this guy who looks terrified. So we're going to take the 7 of Wands from the Linestrider. 8 of Wands. This is beautiful with the green. But I like how this one's moving forward versus this one who seems to be moving facing the other direction, which minor details, but that's where I'm going with that one. So, okay, Linestrider, Otherkins, 9 of Wands. I just like him. He seems so proud. He's cute, but I prefer this 9. All right, 10 of Wands. I enjoy this one. I don't like this image feels sad to me. Let's take a look and see, because I am curious. 10 of Wands. She says, when we are at a place where our journey forward may mean leaving things or people behind, I think there is a feeling of awkwardness and weight. It was that feeling that I wished to capture in this drawing. Awkwardness and weight. Yeah, I like this one better. I like the feeling this one elicits more. I forgot to bookmark that. One moment. At least that way I know where I've stopped. Okay. Page of Wands. Oh, did I skip? Uh-oh. There we go. Page and page. This reminds me of Froggy Went A-Courtin'. You guys heard that song? My son loved that when he was a baby. That was like his song. So Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pick this because of that. I think that song, that kind of adventurous, you know, just that, the going on an adventure. He's ready. He's got his foot up on this little rock. He's got a smile on his face. She seems less enthusiastic about it. So Otherkins it is for the night. And definitely this one. This feels so static. Yeah, nope. This one for sure. I mean, look at this. I love it. I would love to know the symbolism behind here. Should we take a quick peek? Just because I'm curious. Because we're doing the thing. Knight of Wands. Let's see. The most dynamic and action-oriented of the horsemen, which, yeah, no, this doesn't elicit that at all. FYI. Let's see. Pictured on a horse, galloping, jumping. They are riding a leaping fox. The fox symbolizes the playful intelligence of this card. The knight here has a flower blossom head, indicating their youthful, spring-like energy and the blossoming of new ideas. Yeah, that's perfect. Love it. All right, Queen. I do prefer her. This one, she looks uncertain. She looks suspicious. Not a fan. This one screams Queen of Wands to me. She's got her black cat. She looks quite ferocious here. Yes, love her. All right, the King of Wands. I don't know if this is still true, but my husband's favorite animal used to be the tiger. Probably still is. It's just one of those things, I guess, when what? You hit your 30s and people don't ask you what your favorite animal is anymore. I should ask him. And I'm gonna go with this guy. He feels more fiery to me, and I think I would try to associate my husband with this card, and this is not the card that I associate with my husband. So I think that would be annoying to me. So yeah, King of Wands for this one. Love him. Ace of Cups. Now this one was hard because I do love myself a kitty cat card, but I like the fish because it's the cups, but it also kind of reminds me of the Page of Cups, the symbolism we're used to seeing. Let's take a look in the book. I think, well, my stomach's growling, so if you hear that, pretend you don't, please, and thank you. All right, Ace of Cups is the feminine counterpoint to the masculine Ace of Wands. Gentle offering of new beginnings. Let's see, spiritual, emotional, or creative growth. This imagery, okay, almost all depictions of this card involve a cup, chalice, or other. This imagery is a reminder of the ways in which we hold creativity and intuition, and that to take full advantage of these powers in the universe, we have to let them flow freely. Okay, I can see that. It still reminds me of the Page a little, but I can see her description of that. So let's look at the Ace. Okay. Happiness, emotional, spiritual fulfillment. I don't think she speaks about the image on this card. Or if she did, I am missing it. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. The fish just feels more cups than the cat. Yeah, okay. All right, Two of Cups. Again, I'm going to go with the fish. The fish vibe is just better for my brain for cups. Three of Cups. Otters. Yeah, see, I don't even get this. Obviously, this would be a moment I would dig into the book, but I'm not that interested. I mean, is this a cow, a sloth, And a donkey? No, thank you. Fish for me. 4 of Cups. Now she's beautiful, but look at this octopus. This one's tough. Okay, these are both really pretty. So, depression, self-indulgence, denial, turning inward. Let's see. I wanted the illustration to echo that feeling of a person retreating to their inner world rather than the kind of outward retreat that might involve running away physically. Usually features a character who has closed eyes and cannot see the blessing and opportunities. Okay. The woman also has her arms crossed and hands covered. She's not ready to reach out and grab the opportunities. Okay, and there is a fish in this image. Where am I seeing the, oh, right here. I didn't even see that. Interesting, okay. So let's look at the Otherkin. Let's see. The octopus has 8 arms, a symbol of all the industry this creature is capable of, but each of these arms is curled up on itself, an indication that the octopus is not participating in the world. The human equivalent would be sitting on your hands or standing with your arms crossed. Okay, I love this, but I think this evokes the 4 of Cups feeling more for me. 5 of Cups. Yeah, I'm just not into the whole fish head lady thing. So we're going to go with the owl. 6 of Cups. Yeah, this one, 100%. Lemurs, take it or leave it. But yeah, 6 of Cups for me is a very... I mean, you know, my key word for 6 of Cups, if you want to pick a single word, would be nostalgia. And for me, that's this. That, like... remembrance, good feelings or bad, you know, whatever, but yeah, this one. Need I explain? Maybe not, but we're here, so we're doing it. Okay, 7 of Cups. I don't enjoy this image. It feels like she's cut herself on glass, and I don't know that that's what this is, or, you know, a mirror. I really like this one, where he's got something in each of his, well, in 7 of his tentacles, right? Is that what they are? Tentacles? Octopus tentacles? Yeah. All right, 8 of Cups. I'm going to go with this one. This feels more walking away. This feels less walking away to me, especially where there's just, and there's no cups here, but there's 1 cup here. And her face, to me, doesn't say 8 of Cups. This one definitely does. All right, 9 of Cups. Absolutely him. Look at his face. He's so pleased. This bear looks like he has a tummy ache. So, no. The 10 of Cups. I don't like the colorway on this. And this could definitely speak to that 10 vibe. So that's the one we're going to go with. Are we still in frame? Good Lord. Okay, pretty close. I am going to fix this a little bit though. Just to make sure. Because I would hate to not be in frame. Shall I move this? Ever so slightly. Okay. Okay. So yes, Otherkin's Page of Cups. Oh! Otherkin's 10 of Cups. Page of Cups. Now this is interesting. Okay, so we've got all the symbolism here. We've got the cup, the fish, the letters of, you know, messenger, which I adore. I think that's beautiful. But it feels a little straightforward. This one to me evokes more of a feeling. But it doesn't feel as Page of Cups. This feels more... This feels 5 of Cups to me. So while I enjoy this image, maybe more, it doesn't elicit Page. Although, you know, there is the fish here. Let's read. Linestrider. All right, Good Omen. Page of Cups, indication, let's see. Emotional. In my drawing, the page is turned away from the viewer to symbolize her need to turn in and listen to the small voices of the unconscious realm. Oh, that's nice. I kind of like that. And that where the fish is above her head, that's kind of like her, initiating that thought process. The fish leaping from the cup signifies creativity and a connection to the watery depth. This one's hard. Okay, I like this image more. So I'm going to put this guy up here as like a maybe. But I do like this. I feel like this one gives us more space to intuitively read, you know, especially in a spread. So we're going to go with that one. Knight of Cups. I dislike this one very much. So we're going to go with this guy. The Queen of Cups. These are both beautiful. We're pausing for a moment. Okay. Sorry, I needed a drink. Okay, they both feel quite young, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. For me, I do like to see an older queen. I'm older, so I like to see that, but it's not a deal breaker by any means. She seems happier. She seems more emotional. And again, this is giving me kind of page vibes. All right, let's look. Rules the realm of emotions. We know this. Okay, the cup is closed and contains a fish, the symbol of spirit and creativity. The closed cup is an indication that the thoughts of the queen originate from her own inner depth rather than the external world. Oh, I like that a lot. Her watery companions and the crown of sea stars are symbols of the unconscious mind, creativity, emotion, spirit, and feeling. Okay, I do like that a lot. Because I feel very much like the Queen of Cups sometimes. I wouldn't say it's like my significator card, but I definitely, I embody her sometimes. Okay, let's look at the Otherkins. Otherkin, sorry. Let's see. Unlike the charismatic Queen of Wands, this lady does not inspire loyalty through cult of personality or fear of reprisal. Instead, she shepherds people gently with love and understanding. Let's see. Yeah, this doesn't really go into the image. So I really like this where it's the fish is in the closed cup. So we're going to go with this one, the Linestrider. King of Cups. Okay, well, I think if I were to see this without the titles, I would know this was the King of Cups, and this one would feel a little less sure. So I'm going to go with this one, the Linestrider. Ace of Swords. Interesting. Gut reaction is this guy, because like, a rooster. But let's look and see what the rooster symbolizes. I know there's a rooster in... Well, I've seen the rooster in the tower. In the... What is that deck? The Nordic deck. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's move into swords here. Anyway, my point being in telling you that was I don't remember what the rooster symbolizes. So let's take a look. Swords are last in this one? Okay. Tensions may arise as others might find your behavior cocky or even arrogant, thus the rooster in this illustration. Okay, I can see that. The cold, rocky, excuse me, the cold, rocky landscape where the rooster stands alone reminds us of the price of ambition. It can be lonely, uncomfortable, and difficult. I do like that. Okay, let's look at Linestrider. Let's see. Seek out facts, truth, and the hard data. She says, I felt that the raptor, or that a raptor, was the perfect representation of this card. The sharp vision and predatory capability, the potential for swiftness, and also the majesty of a well-ruled mind. Yeah, I do see that a little more. I feel like the rooster just doesn't quite elicit the swords for me. So we're going to go with Linestrider. Two of Swords. Yeah, I like this one. I don't love that its head is buried. But this one, I don't like this image, I guess. So we're going to go with Otherkin. All right, Three of Swords. Again, I just don't really care for this colorway. So I think we're going to go with this one, even though it's a little more sad. Oh, look at him. I love him. By the way, I have not flipped through Linestrider before, so this is all brand new for me. Just side note. Four of Swords. Okay. This feels very king to me, where I see this one. I feel I'm leaning towards this one. Five of Swords. This is weird. See, now this is one where I can get behind the rooster. This feels Four of Swords to me. Like, I see the Five Swords. I see, the person's back here. I do like his emotion here. That's interesting. Like, he almost looks defeated himself. Like, sure, he has all the swords, but at what cost, right? Ooh, I kind of like that. Okay, let's read the book. 5. All right. It says it's a complex card. It indicates tension, conflict, and interpersonal difficulties. It says this is the only card I drew without any color. For me, this card often speaks of the kind of black and white inflexibility thinking that can make a person hard to work with or be in a productive relationship with. That's interesting. Which makes sense, but to me, he's clearly thinking about what, the consequences of what's just happened. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. And then let's look at the 5 in the Otherkin. Let's see. It says the image on the card is of a rooster standing at the top of a hill. His position is triumphant but lonely, and the enemies are not far away. Sometimes this card indicates a feeling of hollow victory. Huh. This doesn't elicit as much of like that, that competitiveness to me. Where this one definitely elicits more of a feeling. I'm going to go with this one. I'm kind of surprised because I like the coloration of this one a lot more. But I think I'm going to go with that one. Although I'm going to set this aside as kind of a maybe, like a look back at. 6 of Swords. I definitely like this one. This one feels very cheesy, I guess. Very fantasy, where this one, that's just clearly the 6 of Swords, right? 7 of Swords. I'm only seeing 6 swords here. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does he have another one somewhere? I do like this one more. I don't love the animal head on the people, but let's. And weird, he only has 3 swords here. I'm not going to pick the otherkin, but I do want to read about this 7 of swords because I'm only seeing 6. Okay, let's see. It says she drew a column of smoke coming from the camp, an indication of the cost of duplicitous behavior, the burning of the bridge or torching of relationships. This card always reminds me of a Bible verse I heard a lot as a kid. Be sure your sins will find you out. Oh, be sure your sins will find you out. Okay. Let's see. I mean, are you seeing the 7th sword here? Interesting. Well, I'm still picking Linestrider. Okay. 8 of swords. Oh, yeah, we're going to go with the bird on this one. Look how pretty she is. She's got like this net here. I'd be curious what the red and the berries symbolize. We won't get into that right now, but definitely prefer that one. Okay, 9 of swords. While I prefer the idea of the fox and I like the colorway, I don't really care for his face. He seems almost sad. Like, I don't know how I feel about his eyes. She seems more nervous, frightened, looking back. Yeah, we're going to go with the otherkin on that one. 10 of swords. I don't like this. This is sad. This is too much. I don't like, yeah, this one's fine. That's too much for me. I don't need that in a reading every time I pull out the card. Okay, definitely not picking this guy. I appreciate the idea behind it, but I don't care for the image. I like this one a lot more. Okay, Knight of Swords. Don't care for this image. I'm not sure. This is an interesting choice. I'm sure she's probably written about that. But like his horse looks wounded. So we're going to go with this one, the Knight of Swords. All right, Queen of Swords. Let's read. Let's see. The Queen of Swords is perhaps the most intelligent and worldly. Her mind is clear. With her clear gaze and upwardly pointed sword, this queen is ready to sternly and concisely lead you to victory. This queen is, let's see, my illustration has the Queen of Swords facing the querent, yet her eyes are focused on something far off. Usually this is interpreted as the queen being more focused on the future than the present. Huh. And see, I don't see her looking forward. I see that looking, I mean, I don't know, forward to me is always, you know, the way that we write. Forward is that way. But maybe I'm just nitpicking. Okay, let's look at Otherkin Queen. I am leaning toward the Otherkin on this one. Let's see. It says here the person who can find the exit while everyone else is panicking. In short, oh, that's not part of the, let's see. I'm not seeing anything about this illustration specifically, but this elicits more of the queenly. I mean, she does as well, but I like the way she's facing. And you know what? That might, actually, I was going to say it might change depending on which way the kings are facing, but that doesn't really matter. Like, aesthetically, if you're going to place them intentionally side by side, it might matter, but generally that doesn't come up in a reading, like the two of them. So I'm going to go with the, what is he? An eagle? A hawk? A falcon? Definitely not an eagle. Okay, King of Swords. They do go well together. Gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of either of these. But this feels very King of Cups, just because I kind of associate this kind of bird with cups. I'm going to set this aside as a maybe, and I think I'll choose him. I like that he has a bird here, kind of that mind aspect. So we'll take that one. All right, Ace of Pentacles. Bunny feels more earthy, pentacle-y to me, but I enjoy this image more. So we're going to go with that one. Bunnies are weird. I'm just not a big fan of bunnies. Two of Pentacles. Nah, I do not like either of these, let's be honest. But if we're going to pick one, I'm probably going to go with this guy. He kind of has that like juggler vibe, where this guy's just a scared little, what are these called? Is this a lemur? I don't know. Let's go with this guy. I'm not a big fan, but all right, Three of Pentacles. Well, while I do love these birds, and clearly they've worked together on this, I do like that there's three here, and the bees just elicit that Three of Pentacle vibe, which that's a bummer because I do really like the birds. But it's not like I can't change it out later, right? So this is, I won't even put this as a maybe because, and I'm going to take this Two of Wands out as well because I don't want him. Okay, Four of Pentacles. I'm going to keep her. I don't like this image. I don't care for it. She reminds me of my daughter, and I like that she's got all of her jewelry and her weapons and her finery, her frippery, right? So yeah, we're going to go with her. Five of Pentacles. I guess these both sort of elicit that feeling. But this feels kind of satirical, where this one feels more serious. All right, Six of Pentacles. I'm going to go with this one. I like this. The little bird dropping down the seeds. Whereas this one, I mean, I guess he's doing the same thing. This one just feels more straightforward, I guess. Putting these upside down. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. I enjoy this very much. I don't really like that he's sitting. Like, I know that, you know, that diligence, that waiting for the thing to happen, but this feels a little static for me. Plus, I really like the colors on this one. And he's like actively doing something, right? All right, Eight of Pentacles. Kind of the same thing, like the mastery. What has she mastered here? I don't care for this one, but at least I can see what's happening. So let's go with the Otherkin on this one. Nine of Pentacles. I dislike this figure. I'm not in love with her face, but I do enjoy it more than this one. So we're going to go with that. And I like the color on this one. 10 of Pentacles. I'm going to go with this one. This has that classic Ten of Pentacles, where this one feels, again, kind of satirical. The Page of Pentacles. Oops, I think I've skipped one. King, Queen, 10. Are we out of order? Uh-oh. Was not looking at titles. Clearly. So 9. Are we missing something? All right, pausing for a moment. Let me get these in order. Okay, sorry about that. Now we're on track. 10 of Pentacles. I still feel like this elicits more of the vibe. I see what they're doing here. The little family, that legacy, but I prefer this one. If I'm just flipping cards, at least for this particular deck, I want to know immediately what card I'm looking at. So Page of Pentacles, I'm still going to go with this one. I just don't care for this figure. And then the Knight, definitely going with this. Again, I'm not sure. I don't enjoy these, like the circle, and I love the fact that he's on a turtle. I think that's so cute. Okay, definitely picking him. And then the Queen, absolutely picking her. I'm not a fan of the bunnies. And the King, going with this guy. Okay, awesome. So, let's take a quick peek at which of the majors I chose, and then we'll shuffle and look at them together. the two decks together. So for the Magician, I'm not sure how I want to do this exactly. I'm going to put these two aside for now, because I wanted to be able to show. So, okay, we'll do... How do I want to do this? These are all... I think I mixed them up is the problem. All right. Okay, I'm not sure if this is the best way to do this, but the center stack is the stack I already chose. These are the cards I decided to keep. This is... these two are the ones... They're not in order, or rather, they're not strictly Linestrider or Otherkin, because my brain doesn't work like that, and I'm not sure how to deal with that. So... we have, I guess I'll just name it. So the Fool, I chose Linestrider. This was Otherkin. The Magician, I chose Linestrider, which is interesting because no, I didn't. That's odd. So we're going to put that in the center. Maybe I should just do this again. Do I want to put them in order? No, I don't. So we're going to turn him down. Let's just pick, we're just going to do this. We're going to make this very simple. All right, the High Priestess. So between the two, definitely picking this lady. Don't want him. The Emperor. Nope, gotta pick the Empress. Empress, definitely picking her. I don't love these lemurs or whatever that is, but I don't really like the bears either. All right, the Emperor. Definitely going with this one. I think he's beautiful, but this, sometimes the animal just throws me, and I like his energy. Okay. The Hierophant. Definitely choosing the Owl. I like this one. This one feels meh to me. So we're going to choose this one. And then the Lovers. I do like them, but this one, yeah, we're going to go with this. I like the colorway on that one more. The Chariot. Definitely this one. He does not feel charioteer at all to me, other than the horses. I don't know. I like this Chariot. Okay. And then Strength. Between those two Strengths, I'm choosing this one. I don't like his face on this. Like, it's a goose and a lion, or excuse me, a swan and a lion. Don't care for that. So we're gonna go with that strength. And then the Hermit. It's funny now that I'm coming through it a second time. This is interesting. I don't remember seeing this skull before. I do like that there's a moon here. This feels more hermity. And I think that skull kind of throws me. So I'm going to take the bunny on this one, actually. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Definitely choosing this one. I love the little wrens. Please forgive me if I don't say the correct bird. Despite the fact that I, you know, have the Little Bird Tarot, I'm not a bird expert. Okay, so now we must be out of order here. Oh, no, we're not. I'm gonna put this aside. All right, Justice. Definitely choosing the little bird here. I like her. I don't really like her face. I appreciate the concept, but no. The Hanged Man. I'm gonna go with this one. This feels more intentional. This feels like it. This just doesn't feel intentional to me. Death. Definitely choosing this one. A, there's a bird. B, this is awkward for me. All right, Temperance. I think I'm gonna go with this because this is, you know, the obvious water. She's obviously pouring the water. This one, it's just not quite as obvious to me. And the water is sort of an afterthought here. So we're gonna go with Temperance. And then the Devil. I think I prefer this. This feels like a getting caught up in it versus like a trauma. This feels like trauma here. Which, you know, you could read the Devil, however, but for me on those two particular cards. Okay, the Tower. I just enjoy this image more. I like the waves here. Also, I'm just not really a fan, like architecturally speaking, like if we're going to get into it a little bit, I'm not a fan of this. It doesn't tickle my brain the way other architecture can. Anyway, that was a side note. All right, the Star. Neither of these, I'll be honest, am I a huge fan of. But I think I prefer this more. I almost feel like I want to like draw in eyeballs in this, but I won't do that. That's fine. Okay, the Moon. Bummer. I really love the Moon, and I don't really care for either of these cards. I think I would choose this one. This one's just a little too obtuse, I guess. And the Sun, definitely choosing this one. Look how pretty this is. We still get that rabbit here. I've not yet read about this card, but looks like there's actually a second rabbit. Anyway, I like that one better than this one. Judgment. Definitely going with this lady. I like her. I like that her mask is coming off. And then the World. Okay, this one's tough. I remember wondering on this one. I like this image more. This feels a little chaotic. But if I was just flipping cards quickly, I would know that this was the World immediately. So we're gonna go with that one. Now, let's put our chosen piles together. Let me move these others aside so I don't accidentally mix anything up. So, oops, hopefully I didn't do that. So honestly, I think they look nice together just doing this, you know, that kind of thing we do. OMG, there's two Fools. Which one did I pick? Definitely didn't pick her, so I definitely didn't pick him. Okay, I think we're on track. But yes, when you do this, I think that looks fine. I don't think you would ever know that they were two different decks necessarily, especially once I shuffle. And then this also doesn't bother me. So I'm going to shuffle them quickly so we can kind of see how they mesh together. I've not done this with any other deck. I'm not one to mix my decks, but I feel like the font of the titles is similar and the artwork is similar enough that they'll mix well. Okay. So yeah, this does not bother me in the least. And now this way, I'm totally fine with this, yeah. And now I've got a single deck that I like all the artwork, and the artwork isn't throwing me. Now I think I just need to find a bag for this guy because I want to keep the spare cards of their respective decks in their boxes. So let's throw a few cards down and see how they look on the table. Actually, I suppose we could just do 3 stacks. Do we need to do that? How about we find an oracle deck? Maybe off the cuff, maybe the Green Witch? Potentially, maybe. If I don't like this vibe, I will pause us and find. Actually, let's just go through a few different oracles. We can do some pairings, see how they work, see how they vibe. And like many others, I generally don't like to do a white space with a tan oracle. White space, or I don't like to mix, oh my goodness, I don't like to mix the two. A white space card and a tan space card. But I think there's enough variation, even if we get, I think this isn't tan enough to bother me, I think is what I'm getting at. So let's see how these look together. I think this looks really nice, actually. And I don't think either overwhelms the other. And I think these work well together. I stand by my statement that I think you can't really tell that they are 2 different decks. If you didn't know, you probably wouldn't know, right? Making this simple. And the only difference between the titles, I guess the font is slightly different, which I know I griped about the Voynich Tarot. But I don't think it's a big enough difference on the table, other than these things. Again, it doesn't bother me. I'm good with it. Sorry, I'm gonna flip these over so I'm not accidentally reversing things. I do like this. All right, let's grab another oracle. See how they go. Okay, let's try the Poesis Oracle. And I think this might work just because of all the negative space. Let's see how it works with these tan cards. Not sure how I feel about that. I like it with the black. No, I don't really like it. This is a little too yellow. I think they could work. I think the artwork is quite similar, you know, the figures, but this would be a maybe for me. Okay. Okay, let's try the Death Doula. I do actually really like. I think the tones are nice together in these. Some of these more illustrated ones maybe don't, you know, quite match up aesthetically. But I like the colors in general. And I like the... I feel like Shiloh... I apologize if I'm saying her name wrong. I've looked before to see if I can't find it. And I feel like I did at one point, but of course I don't remember. So we're just going to go with what makes sense in my head. If you know otherwise, feel free to correct me. So I feel like Shiloh's artwork is very serious, which I appreciate. And I think that obviously goes with the Death Doula. I do really like this, actually. Let's like that. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, let's look at a couple more. That's pretty. I like that a lot. Okay. Okay, in the interest of looking for something that's seasonal, let's look at the Seasons of the Witch Samhain. And I think, because again, I think Shiloh's artwork is more serious, I think this could potentially work. Actually, I really like that. The colors are nice. I feel like the artwork vibes well together. I'd be curious to see how they pair up with some of the newer artwork on the Seasons of the Witch. But I think these darker colors are nice in contrast with the tarot. I really like this, actually. Okay. I'm not going to get the other Seasons of the Witch just because seasonally I'm not overly curious whether or not it would work. But yeah, I like this one. I actually really like this one and Death Doula the best so far. Do I have anything else out here? I have a lot of other Oracle booked out. Just out of curiosity, let's look and see if the Messenger Oracle, how that looks together. I just love this little guy. All right, let's restack here. Do a quick shuffle. I'm throwing cards, shoot. Oh gosh, okay. Okay. I would say aesthetically, this isn't quite hitting the mark necessarily, but I feel like the colors are good together. I think they could work together. I don't know, what do you think? I think I guess if you're feeling drawn to work with either of these, you know, in particular, I think they could work. I think they'd look nice on the table. I like the energy that this one sort of puts out into the tarot. Because I feel like they're both a little bit serious. And I feel like this sort of is more earthy, where this is more air. And so I feel like they do balance themselves out a little bit that way. Do I feel like this is earthy, or do I feel like this is fiery? Maybe I just think that because it's a ladybug. No, I feel like this is earthy. But no, I like this. I think that looks nice together. Okay, one more. Okay, we're looking at the Outgrow Yourself Tarot and Oracle. I really liked the way the black, what was it? What deck was I looking at? It's like 2 minutes ago. Oh, the Poesis. I liked the way the black looked with that. And again, I feel like the figures are similar. Okay. I actually really like this. I like how sketchy they both kind of feel. I like this a lot, actually. I feel like this matches the energy of Linestrider and Otherkin. And I think even on the softer cards of like the Otherkin, like this, I think it still matches that energy. I like this one a lot. Okay, well, I would say this one's probably my favorite, with Death Doula a close second. And the Messenger's Oracle is right up in there, coming in at third. The Samhain, I would say, probably ties for third. So yeah, that is the Otherkin Tarot and Linestrider Tarot combined with my favorite cards from each. So thank you for being here, for sitting through this video with me and letting me talk this out. I think, like a lot of us, we don't have people in our lives that are interested in sitting here and watching this process the way that we are here in the tarot community. So I appreciate you being here, and I'm looking forward to chatting again, seeing again you guys next week. And I hope you have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.